Hey, Bill Shaka here. Welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. I hope you're getting what you want from these 5-minute motivators. I know I am. I cannot tell you what a blast I am having doing these every day. I know it takes me a few hours to put them together, but I am really, truly enjoying the process. And I'm noticing a gigantic amount of increases in terms of likes and views on LinkedIn and Facebook. I'm going to ask all of my LinkedIn and Facebook tribe if you would be so kind as to subscribe to the YouTube page. I am trying diligently to get that YouTube channel monetized, and it would be very helpful, folks. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, smash the bell, so that you'll get notifications, and you don't have to worry about whether or not you see it on LinkedIn or Facebook. It'll always be there for you. You don't want to watch the episode because you don't like the title? No problem. Just go on with your life. If you do like it, start it. If you got enough out of it after a minute or two, stop it. Whatever you want. But it would be very helpful if you join the YouTube channel, please. I'm asking you as a favor. I will keep putting these out on a daily basis, but I need your help. Okay, here's what I'd like to discuss today. What would it feel like if it were true? You know, too many times in life, we look at life as a projection of our wishes. What I'm going to ask you to do is to not simply wish for something. You know that old saying, if wishes were wings, pigs would fly? Well, maybe you don't know it because it's not very popular, but I knew it. Anyway, the fact is that it's not just a matter of wishing for things. It's the mental projection of what should be occurring in the future. And when I give these episodes, especially one like this, I always talk from precedent. I've gone through these myself at some point in my life, and I'm going to tell you about the first time that I hit this situation. What would it feel like if it were true? I was working in for a corporation in a business setting back in the early 1990s, and I decided to get into this business. Now, it wasn't called Intelligent Motivation Inc. at the time. As you can see, IMI. It was called Learning Dynamics Group Incorporated. And I bought a franchise from Waco, Texas called LMI, Leadership Management Incorporated. And they had a lot of really cool ways of unpacking some of the Carl Jung's collective unconscious and making you think things through. Well, this was one question that I really took to heart. What would it feel like if it were true? Now, at the time, in the early 90s, I was earning somewhere around $40,000, maybe $45,000 a year. I adjunct my salary by teaching at night, and at the time my wife was working. So I mean, we had a pretty comfortable low 6-figure income combined. 2 small kids, but it was a fairly good life. But I decided to quit corporate America and get into my own business. Probably not the brightest thing in the world, but what the hell, when you're 35 years old, you figure you got at least another 35 years in front of you. That time's rapidly running out. I figured it was worth a shot, so I did it. And I'm happy I did. But the question, what would it feel like if it were true? I asked myself the question, what would it feel like if my salary were doubled? To go from 45 to 90. And I thought it through, and every morning I spent a few minutes thinking about it, putting it into practice. If my salary was doubled, what would I do? What would I do? How would I go about life? How would I go about living? Would I take different vacations? Would I do different things? And I just thought about it. I put purposeful focus on it. Well, lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, after 1 year, my salary did not go to $90,000. The first year I was in this business, it went to $124,500. Now, what that tells me is that by asking and answering the question, what would it feel like if it were true? The same thing can happen to you. I do it quite often. Let's talk. Bill Shaka, thanking you for attending another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Looking forward to seeing you in the next. Bye.